You know, considering I just started up my PC just now, I do not know how bad the internet connection is still. When I first start this laptop up every day, it takes a bit for the online for the online for the internet to kick in. So it's gonna probably be a bit, but I still gotta let everyone know about my myself being live. Alright, so now people on Blue Sky know. Let's let people on Discord know. And we close the browser because I'm gonna be drawing on stream. You're probably gonna be hearing a fan go off perpetually throughout the whole stream. No idea how this is gonna end up sounding. I'm also gonna try to take this jacket off. Not here, but when we get to the main screen. Because, you know, I would complain about it being so hot, but I'm wearing a jacket. Oh, I do need to restart my phone, don't I? Well, it's not going to be a long stream, so I'll probably do it after. There's also something, a certain someone that I'm going to try to raid after. Hoping that, I'm hoping that she'll still be live when I finish. I also do not know how many people will be able to, or how many people will join in, because again, I am just announcing these streams in short notice. Okay, there we go. Okay, proper introductions. Oh, let me get some music going. What do I feel like playing? You are not able to hear that, were you? Oh, no, that's browser source. Where's the... Oh, hi Isaac. I hope you're doing well today. I should probably get some water. I'm just trying to figure out office music. Why is that not working? Nahimic3.exe. Nahimic. What is Nahimic? Nahimic? What is that? Yeah, you're probably not able to hear that, are you? What if I... No? What if I play another song? Oh, what? You were able to hear that, but I play Mario Golf music, but then... No, 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 there it is, there it is. Okay, that's weird. Well, I guess that's gonna work. Um, I don't know if you heard the beeping just now, but that must have come from outside. Sorry everyone, I'm gonna get some water, and I'll be right back and catch up with everyone. Oh, oh, there's another mess. I should have, I should have seen this coming. Alright, proper introductions. And I drink some water. There we go. Welcome in everyone. This is an art stream. At least an attempt at it. I don't know how bad things are gonna get with me as far as the heat goes. But it's not gonna be a terribly long one because I want to be able to raid someone when I finish. I'm gonna be working on an Artfight attack. I already got a lot of progress on it done. I think I just need to do some coloring, and that'll be about it. So welcome in everyone. Welcome in Isaac, welcome in Striker, welcome in Jameek. Thank you. I hope the heat doesn't get to me either. I'm hoping that it doesn't get too bad. And I think that's about it. So I'm gonna get everything set up right here. So BRB one more time. I see you. I see you trying to pull something, Striker. Alright. I probably should have done this from the beginning, but I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna... Oh god. It's gonna happen. I lost it. Alright. Clip Studio. This is what I have so far. Yes, 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 yes. I'm gonna get some music going in just a second. wish there was a way to just scroll. Just scroll. Oh, a new Sonic Shorts just dropped. I thought they were just gonna do the 3D one this year, but no, we've got a Volume 11 too. That's gotta definitely check that out later. Oh, thanks, Jameek. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this so far. I wasn't expecting to add the character on top too, but I guess this is a Mass Attack now. A fine selection of tunes for sparring. Hopefully there isn't any copyrighted music in here. An hour? That should be good. Yeah, that should be alright. Let me know if this is too loud. I don't know how loud this is gonna be, and I don't know how quiet I'm gonna end up getting. This is an art stream after all, so it's probably not gonna be as like intense. But let's do this. Let's get this done. Gonna be doing some color picking here. Okay, tablet's not too warm, but that's just right now. The sclera is... I noticed that... So, based on the reference that I'm seeing here, one eye has like a colored sclera, like a visible sclera, but then the other eye doesn't. It's like this. I'd have to wonder if that is intentional or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and just follow what the reference image suggests. There we go. There is more blue. Not exactly sure how the lighting is gonna go. Oh, I'm doing well. Oh, excuse me. I'm doing well, Jameek. I actually I just got up recently because I was staying up until like 3 in the morning, which is intentional. I'm hoping that that's going to be a way for me to combat the heat, is to just not have to deal with too much of it. Plus, there's a lot of things that I need to get done, as I have mentioned before. And since I work better at night, that's just something I'm gonna need to take advantage of. Despite this though, I am gonna have to try to get to bed a little bit more earlier tonight, because I've got some errands that I have to run tomorrow, and the day after, I have to go out of town. So, bit of a busy week, but hopefully I'll be able to do everything successfully. Hopefully I'll be able to find the thing that I'm running errands for. Alright, so this character has scars across the mouth and chin. Is that a bruise on the jaw right here? It might be a bruise. Or a birthmark. Was it listed in this cell? It might be a birthmark, actually. But I hope you've been doing well, Jamik. I hope all of you have been doing well today. I think the trick too is trying to keep my hands off of the tablet as much as possible. I just like resting my hands on a surface while I'm drawing. Sorry, it's just my sitting position. Trying to stay up late in case you're needed for something? Oh, I see. Job related, right? Oh, the heat is starting to pick up quite a bit though. gun that's in the holster here is a bit of like creative liberty sort of thing on my end. It's more personal, but you're doodling in the meantime, trying to get better. Fun stuff. Oh, that's cool. That's great. Yeah, getting that art practice in whenever you can is always a good opportunity. Alright, I'm gonna try to make this... I'm gonna try to, like, not go... like, the mouth noises, because I realize that the mic picks it up in a way to where it gets a little bit grating in the ears. And I do apologize if it ever really did get that bad. Of course, I'm pointing this out now because when I'm going through the VOD, I notice these things a lot more easily. Okay, coloring for this character is now done. Gonna get to their owl. Noticing the lower jaw is... upper jaw is this light gray. Lower jaw is this brown. I think I like it like this. Though I wouldn't really know how the mouth of this owl works. The beak, rather. Proper term. I also think that this might be a bit too... light? There we go. Oh, there's still an opening right here. Oh boy. A lot of straight pixels happening here. You never really notice it until you change the color. I think that's, yeah, that'll do. And now for this character. Skin tone seems to be about the same. Or, well, no, it's a little bit darker, but... Sclera is like this somewhat soft pink, purplish sky. Eye patch. I think there's even some like gray happening towards the edge right here. Also do want to make sure that these characters stand out against the dark background. That should be no problem. Once I get everything figured out, it should be alright. Oh, to fill the void a little bit, I realized that some people have been using redeems while we're in the office, and unfortunately that doesn't work. I don't know if I can really set redeems, like the same redeems that works in this main screen right here, to work in the office as well, but I was also thinking about adding new redeems that are exclusive to the office, but I don't know if that's going to be like clear enough to people that like, oh, this only works in this one screen but not in this one. And that sort of thing. Alright, will this be enough to... Yes, okay. There's some pattern happening here. This is probably going to take up most of the... Well, not if I'm diligent enough. Yeah, you don't really see much of this character's top part. So it should be alright. It'll probably be arranged like this at this angle. And it'll go like this, like that. It's a little hard to tell. I think I'll probably rely on this arm too. I'm actually debating or not if I should actually, like, go out now to, like, just pick up groceries. Because I have to come home with water tomorrow, but I'm also gonna be, well, out of town tomorrow to pick up things, but if I have to come home with water bottles, it's gonna be a lot to carry. Maybe I'll just pick up like a bottle of water at the convenience store. Oh. Yes. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, of course. Hydrated and saved. Yeah, this tablet is really getting warm again. Well, we're almost done with the coloring. Should be the same color as this gold right here. Now I need to figure out how the lighting for this is going to work, because right now you are not able to see the owl very well. At least the owl's wings very well. You're not really able to see that very well. So how do we make that work? I could probably have like the inner feathers be the same shade as the light gray here. Also, there are some white feathers. At least, I think this is how you're supposed to interpret it. Oh, wrong layer. There we go. That's good. There's also some plumage happening up here too. How are we gonna make this work? Probably like this. Okay. So, lighting and shading. I think, like, rim lighting is going to be really... It's going to be a really important factor into making sure these characters stand out against the background. Because it's a lot of, like, red against red and blue against blue. Of course, I could just mess around with these a little bit so that they don't look too... But I like the idea of the red and blue being there like that. Just need to figure out where the lighting direction is gonna go. Okay, maybe I have something. I don't know why, but shading fists has always been, like, kind of tricky to me. It's a very particular way I want fists to look, especially when I'm applying shadows to them. Now, if I were to do something like this, oh, yeah, that would help make it stand out, wouldn't it? I just don't know how that would look against the bluer skin. Well, the blue skin. Yeah, it'll probably look a little bit like that. And with the lighting that I have planned here, it's probably gonna... lose that bluish hue. Which we do not want. I'm gonna trust the process here, though. That doesn't look too much like blood on the knife, right? Of course, I could just adjust this accordingly, but I want to make sure that this stands out. Oh, wait. Oh, wrong tool. Alright. Let's do a little bit more with this area here. Actually, is there... I guess there's really not that much more I can really do with this area for now. Yeah. The eye really stands out though, which isn't really a bad thing. Okay. Let's see if we can really bring this together. How long have I been drawing for? You mean in general, right? Because I have been drawing for about as long as I could remember. So almost 30 years, probably. Been drawing for a very long time. Last night I was thinking about how I was like especially during high school, I would just draw things on my notebook all the time. And I think it helped a lot with improving myself in a lot of ways. Yeah, I think high school definitely contributed to that quite a bit. Jason, how are you doing today? I mean, we talked a bit, but I never did ask you how you were doing today. Oh, this is a little, maybe I can make this work? I would say trust the process, but I've pretty much got the face done. And I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this. Maybe if I just bring it down there. When did I make the switch to digital? That's a really good question, because I want to say I didn't make like the full switch to it until like 2014? 2013, 2014. But even before then, I dabbled a bit on digital art. As early as, I want to say, the late 2000s. Yeah, I want to say that for sure. So I think I made the full switch to digital because at around that point, I was still drawing on paper up until like the late 2010s. But after, like, once the 2020s came around, I hardly drew on traditional all that much. You want to play more battle golf? Is the free weekend still happening? It's still Sunday for me. Or it is Sunday. If the free weekend is still happening, I could probably join in after. Again, this is not going to be a terribly long stream, so... Although we are 40 minutes in now. And I still have yet to finish this character. Okay, I think I might be onto something here. I might forego this lighting method to try something a little bit more safer, but I don't know if I want to go safe. Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna see what my schedule looks like right now. I was able to get a lot done last night. It's just that things have been a bit tight on my end, and I am gonna need to just... continue working as hard as I possibly can. But... yeah, I don't know, like, does this work? I could probably just light the, shading of the face up just a little bit. Try that, and... that doesn't look too garish, right? I do want to try different things with these Artfight attacks. I don't want to risk doing the same thing. It's sort of like the same trappings, if you know what I mean. I already kind of ran into that with my first one, and I had to start over. Excuse me. Do I like this? Have I done any single color pieces, like black and white? Well, like in an artistic sense? I think so. Oh no, I have. I definitely have. It was like a tattoo commission I did for someone. I didn't do the tattoo, but I did the design for someone else to do the tattoo for. And that was monochromatic. Otherwise, I mean, there was the comics that I've been working on. know if it counts that much, but I guess those are the most, like, the most I've ever used the monochromatic style is definitely that. You know what I want to start doing with my comics moving forward though? Screen tones. I don't really mess around with screen tones that much because, so I have darker skinned characters and I'm a little worried about what the screen tone does to their faces especially. So I haven't really been relying on that too much, but I think I'm gonna try it and see how that looks and just see how that turns out. Oh, thank you. That means a lot, actually. Comics are a really important medium to me. And it's important that I make them. Because, as I always say to myself, I'm not really, like, too much of a writer, but I like writing scenarios of my characters and just things in general. It's just a lot of fun. So to have people read these things that I write for fun is also part of the fun. But if I want more people to read them, I need to gauge interest, which means putting these comics out a lot more often than I usually do. So I've been trying to take that a whole lot more seriously, but I'm still trying to work on balancing things. Also, just doing comics as comic pages as commissions would be nice too. I think it's about time I should start opening that service up on VGen. Just let people know, like, hey, if you want voice crack, if you want me to voice crack for you, then I'm your guy. But no, if you have comics that you'd like someone to work on, then I'd be available for that. Okay, I think I'm actually figuring something out with this now, and I'm pretty happy with it so far. Gonna try to keep pushing forward. Let's add a little bit more to this. It's a bit plain looking. Okay, so, I think it's going to be important for me to make sure that this fist right here stands out. I feel like in order to do that, I'd have to... just bring it out a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and dim the... just to saturate the shading a little bit, because I think it's looking a little too red. There we go. I think this is gonna work out. Let's add a little bit more to this. Dim that down just a bit more. Debating on whether or not I want to darken this lower body area a whole lot more, but maybe that's fine. Maybe this is fine as it is. Let me catch up on the chat here. Comics seem like it's a fun way to have all your characters interact in fun ways, and you're always down for that. I am always too. It's a really good way to make these characters come alive in a way. Just giving them things to do and things to talk about, situations for them to be in. It helps flesh them out a bit more too. It gives me like more things to work with for these characters. The route I've went with my last ones, I really appreciate it, and yeah, I've really been enjoying it a lot too. There's actually one comic that I'm currently working on right now. Not that I've started any pages for it or anything, I'm still kind of in the conceptual phase for it, but I'm hoping I can get that out there soon. I know this music is associated with Melee for a lot of people, but I didn't really grow up with Melee too much. It was like my first Smash Brothers, right? But I didn't have a GameCube growing up. My friends did, or a Wii, so that's how I played Melee most of the time. No, this is associated with Smash 4 for me. Getting like mid-2010s nostalgia. Also, sorry if I sound like a little nasally congested. Again, I just got up, so my voice is not going to sound amazing. Oh, I think I like how that looks. Don't think I'm gonna go too hard with that though. Marrying the canvas is very important. No, I still think that the eyes need to get brought out a bit more. Perhaps some black shading could help too with this. Yeah, I think that'll help. I always feel like there's something touching my neck. It's just my hair. My hair is short, but I get like a strand of hair that falls onto my neck, and then I feel that, and I'm like, ah, what's touching my neck? Alright. We're gonna bring this blade out. You know, it has gotten pretty warm now, but it could be a whole lot worse, I think. So I'm grateful that it hasn't. I still feel like this could look a bit better, but I don't know what. Is it too harsh? I think it might just be a bit too harsh. Yeah, it probably might just be too harsh. This will probably work better. Maybe tone this part down a little bit too. Because I don't want to make the character look, like, I guess evil? I don't think that's the alliance type this character has. This character's supposed to look a lot more friendlier. Also, this red shading is really making these scars look egregious. Let's tone these down. That'll work. Okay. Alright. Oh, also, ads are going to be rolling in pretty soon. I see that we're almost at the 1 hour mark. Oh, you know what? I should probably check to see if she's still streaming. Let's see. Yep. Hoping I could be quick enough. But I also don't want to rush this either. If I have to stop the, if I have to cut this short, like just finish the rest of this off stream, then I will, but I don't think I really need to do that much more after this. I pretty much got this figured out. Now we just need to figure out the rest of these. Oh, wait, I might have an idea for the owl here. How is this gonna work? Because we also don't want to make it look like it's supposed to be part of the owl, it's just like an effect. Like a lighting effect. Something like that could work. Just like a purple that'll be a nice break between the red and blue. Was kind of the idea, but... There might be some potential to this, but we're gonna have to figure that out. Oh, are you still in ads? It's been about 3 minutes now. I'm really sorry about that. If you're able to hear this, I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, they get really bad with that sometimes. Maybe we don't need this. Oh, welcome back. Probably hit you with it again soon. Hopefully not for about another hour. How many ads was that? Or were they just like really long ones? Again, sorry you had to go through all of that. That's not really a fun thing. Getting hair. Getting covered in hair. Yeah, I'm starting to sweat quite a bit on my tablet. It's gross. It's gross. Yours said 2 minutes, but then you closed the app and you opened it again. Oh no. Yeah, because then instead of just them, because you already went through it, but then they're like, well, no, you have to go through it again because you dared to leave. guess it's like a sort of countermeasure in case people do try to like skip the ads in some way. I keep forgetting. Maybe we don't need that much detail. Okay, I want to be careful with this. What's a good purple that'll go with this red and blue well? Oh, well... no pressure, I would always say. I don't know if I've ever said that, like, often, but... Alright, so, again, I like the purple idea, but... maybe it needs to be brighter. But perhaps not too saturated. Maybe this is a good shade. Yeah, that could work. It's just that... I was kind of worried that the wings were going to blend in with the character in the front. I'm not exactly sure what I could do to mitigate this issue. I do not know why, but this sounds like the title screen for Superman 64. The song that's playing right now. Do I like that though? I'm looking at my OBS and it stands out really well. If I get rid of it, then the composition suffers quite a bit, but then you get like these little notches right here. You can probably see them on your screen, but they're notches. The only way to combat against the notches is to shorten the notches. Like so. And like so. Here we go, that'll probably work. And I think this is going to need a little bit more flair because right now it looks a little garish. There we go. Okay, that works. In a stylistic sense, I think this will work. I'm still worried about whether or not this is even a good shade. I mean, this owl is associated with this character, so maybe I should be more on the bluer side. Oh, sorry about the sirens. Oh, and that's it for that video. Music to drive fast too. Maybe it'll help us get this piece done a lot more quickly. I definitely made that joke before. Just gonna spread this a little bit to give it like a cool textured look. Oh, Jameek, how is your eyesight? I guess this character's done though, this owl. It's awful? I'm sorry. Is it something that you're glued to glasses? Oh man. The glass, how much of excuse me, how much have the glass has been able to help? Okay, so for this character, I want this character to be like distant looking. You were told that you'd be blind at 22. That's terrifying. So I was thinking of giving this character like a bluish shading this time around. But do I... Ooh! Wait. Okay. I want to give this character like... like a backlight sort of shading kind of look. Okay, that's pretty cool, I'd say. Let's keep going. I think the highlights will probably be more red. No, the highlights here will be white. On that side. On this side, it'd be more red. Yes. It's always good to be playing around with different lightings for each subsequent piece that I work on, so I don't end up with the same... I know I had this conversation already today, but just not ending up with the same composition for every one of these. Which, the Artfight stuff that I did last year was intentional, but it was like intentionally consistent, but that was me just kind of testing the waters with Artfight. Go with something a bit more simple and more straightforward. Now that I know how Artfight works, Now we can get more serious. You're able to see enough with them. Just without them, you basically see giant blobs of color. I see. It's good that you're still able to see. Oh, so Peachy6, thank you so much for following. Oh, thank you. Sorry about the sirens again. You think it's getting worse, but you have an appointment in October, so we'll see. I can only hope that things go well. 'Cause, yeah, just having limited eyesight is just terrifying. Maybe this will be more on the yellow side. Or at least I'll try to make it more on the yellowish side. And then I'm gonna have to... Oh boy, okay, alright, cause I like how that looks already, but... Maybe I like it that way. Yeah, maybe this will work out that way. Now what? What else can I do for this section? I could probably add one more light source here. I don't want to do too much, but it'll be good if we can just have the character stand out in a way where we can still see them and not have all this like all this darkness envelop them. But I also want to be careful to not make it look very latex-like, because I don't think this is supposed to be like a latex sort of look. I'd imagine it'd be more satin. Satin? Satin? I think it's pronounced satin. Oh, my voice is giving out. Oh, I keep forgetting to switch the color. Yeah, that looks a little too latex-like, doesn't it? Well, maybe if I were to mess around with the colors... So I always name my layers. Perhaps something like this will work. Oh yeah, no, I think this will definitely help. Okay. Good, good, good. Let's bring that over to this section here next. Oh, that's alright, actually. Upon looking at this with slightly fresher eyes, maybe this could be a bit more purple. Oh, I like how that gets brought out. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I like that too. Hopefully it doesn't look like it's part of this character's head. But I think we're gonna go with the more sky bluish. There's just gonna be a lot of blue, but the original intention was that I was just gonna draw this character. But then when I read the description that this character had some sort of connection with this character, I thought, I think it'd be cool to include another character. Just gonna add a little bit more shading here in areas that might need it. Because I want to try to get as many of these done as possible. I don't really put too much into these, but I still want to make sure they look nice. Not bad. Let's bring this down a bit. Also gotta remember to sign my work. Okay, if you hear like a strange noise in the background, that's just me moving myself across the chair. My butt rubs up against it and it makes a funny noise. One thing that I've actually been relying on a lot when I'm doing these is coloring the outlines to match the highlights. And it really, really, really brings these out. You could probably be a bit lighter though. This trimming here could use something a little extra. Would it be a bad idea if I decided to? No. In fact, it would give it a great sense of depth if I were to do it like this. Yeah, that'll probably work. Let me go ahead and just give this the... does that look... Maybe if it's not too accentuated. This is great though because I'm messing around with colors in a way that I don't usually do. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the lighting is turning out too. The part that I struggle the most with lighting personally is just like, when it's not there, you know, when I finish the outlining in the color, you see, and then I'm like trying to figure out where all the lighting is gonna go. How is the lighting gonna work? Because it's not there, and I'm not too much of a visionary. I have to kind of like start somewhere and then work off of it from there, if it makes sense. But, you know, it works out most of the time. If it doesn't, then, you know, I could always start over. Oh, thanks. I'm really glad you think so. No sad. Happy. The thing with my style is that I like trying different things with my style. I say that, but at the end of the day, you see a lot of just this, like, outlined, cel-shaded anime look. But despite having that somewhat homogeneous aspect of my art style, is why I get a good sense of satisfaction when I actually try something different with it. Alright, so, how am I feeling about this? Do I want to bring these out a bit more? This might be a separate layer. Alright, I'm gonna try something a bit bold here, no pun intended, but I'm gonna need to separate this a bit so that the shoulder can stand out. Yeah, I think this ought to work. Excuse me. Good. Alright. Now, where do I sign? I'm gonna put it somewhere to where it wouldn't be too, like, where it would, like, add to the composition and it wouldn't be too, intrusive. Maybe I'll add it right here. Yeah, that's not too bad. Should I tweak it? Yeah, I think that'll work. Alright, now, one more thing. One more thing. Does this background need to be darker? It actually might need to be a bit darker, probably. I think it probably looks a bit better when it's darker. Also, I think we could use a little bit more red streaks coming out from this side. Okay, that's good, that's good. We need to beat the tangent from the feather of that owl right there, so we need to move that out. Kind of evens out the composition a little bit more too. What did it look like before? Oh yeah, no, I think this is better. Definitely. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this one turned out. Does this need to be textured? This background? No, probably not. Ah, here we go. Just trying to look for that. because I want to adjust this, which unfortunately means I'm gonna have to. Oh, Artfight is a lot of fun. It takes a lot out of you if you're doing a lot at a time. So you do have to kind of pace yourself. Just do the best within your capabilities. Give yourself a good balance with them too. But it's a good way to put yourself out there, to let people know about your work. I think. Show people what you're capable of. And as someone that loves drawing other people's characters, it's also a good excuse for that too. But I think we're done here. Yeah, I think we're done. Hour and a half, that's not too bad. Let me see if the person that I'm planning to raid is still alive. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Alright. That... I think that's that. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this. I'm gonna upload this on the Artfight site and everywhere else. I don't think it's too late. I might have to upload this later on Blue Sky. Just because, you know, algorithm and, like, timing and my demographic probably not being able to see this because it's probably, everyone's still probably sleeping. Yes, stretch! Absolutely, you're right. Let's stretch. Oh, my back really felt that.
You drink Wilkins coffee?
No. No, Ow. Oh. It's all happening at once. No. Is it over? Alright. Let's get back into the office. So that was my Artfight attack. I hope everyone had a good, I hope everyone enjoyed this stream and this process. I'm personally pretty happy with how this turned out. Not just the art, but also the stream. Because I feel like lately a lot of art streams I've done have just been me complaining about stuff and all that. And I'm just glad that I didn't do too much of that this time. Hoping I can do more of this. I'm just really glad I even did an art stream at all today. Like, with how hot it's been getting. Like, I wasn't really sure if I was going to be able to stream art because of how warm the tablet can get, but nevertheless, I'm really glad that we ended up doing it. So, before it's too late, we are going to go raid Kiko today. And the reason why in particular is because she is currently doing a partner push. So if you were to come in and maybe drop something in her chat and perhaps even stick around, I think it would mean a lot to her. Raid messages as always. That's not the right emote. And we're going to be getting right to that. So I'm going to be out for the next couple days, so I probably won't be streaming for a little bit, but hopefully I'll be streaming a whole lot more after. It's just good to be streaming very often again. Very good feeling. But I will see you all next time, whenever I do stream again. Please take care, and have a good night.